What is happening? Hope everyone is doing well. We have a Starbucks Grande Blonde Latte. I want to chat about automate, delegate, remove. Today, I want to chat about mindset. Today, I want to chat about becoming a lifelong learner. Today, we are talking about sales processes. So we're going to entitle these live sessions, Coffee with Cody. Good day. Hope you're doing well. I am fired up. I look tan in this video, so this is good. Hope everyone's doing well. I hope that you're having a great week. If this is your first time tuning into Coffee with Cody, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for your attention. Apologize yesterday. I didn't get an opportunity to do this. We had a lot going on in regards to just business. When business happens, business takes priority, but this is also my priority, so I do apologize. That was unable to do a Coffee with Cody yesterday. But if this is your first time, thank you for tuning in. Coffee with Cody is really based around helping entrepreneurs, and I'm on a mission to help as many entrepreneurs really with marketing, branding, tactical advice on personal development, tactical advice around just around business. And essentially, I've spent the last year interviewing some of the top entrepreneurs in the world, top business owners, really gleaning a ton of insight, investing back into a ton of education. And really my goal more than anything with Coffee with Cody is to get the information that they've given me to you, because I think that this stuff is priceless. So wherever you are in the world today, I just want to say thank you for tuning in to Coffee with Cody. I really appreciate your attention. And today I want to chat a little bit about accountability. And the reason why I want to chat about accountability is I posted on, good to see you, Franklin. Going to grab a coffee too. Yeah, exactly. We definitely need coffee. One other thing before we hop into accountability, I do want to mention is these actual Facebook Lives are actually live on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Music. They're live on for the purpose that some people were asking me in my DMs, asking me about, can I listen to these while I run? Or, on the treadmill, or if I'm in the office and I can't necessarily actually view, where can I listen? So everything's on iTunes. I haven't asked for this yet, but if you go leave a review, it would mean absolute world to me. A lot of information on essentially how you can really take your business to the next level through marketing, branding, online, and really personal development, which I'm focused on personal development today because, I just have a story. So this morning, I had zero desire to wake up and go for a run. I've been running a lot more. I feel a lot more vibrant, a lot more grit in me. And I know that first thing in the morning when I do run, what ends up happening is I have so much more energy throughout the day. And I know this, but when I wake up in the morning, it's not always the case. So essentially, what I want to chat about today is accountability and different levels of accountability inside of your life, and how this can really help you take not only your business, but just your life to new levels, to new heights. And when I woke up this morning, I had zero desire. Have you ever woke up in the morning and you just feel like it's like the night before you set out this plan of what the morning's going to look like. Then, 7 o'clock hits or 6:30, whatever time you wake up, and you're like, screw this is not happening. And that's how I felt this morning. And I don't know what it was. I heard somebody recently say when I was at a conference a little while ago that they have this 3-2-1 method. So when they wake up, their alarm goes off, they're laying in their bed, and all of a sudden they just say 3-2-1 and they just jump out of bed. And I've been really trying to do that. It actually worked this morning. So the first time I've actually done that. And I've chatted about other automation hacks that you can do to essentially start your mornings with intention and start your mornings the right way. Because I know the difference between the moments that I follow my morning routine and the days that I don't. The days that I journal my thoughts and the days that I don't journal my thoughts. You probably have your own routine. Have you ever just felt like, God, if I would have just did this, if I would have just actually accomplished this in the morning, my entire day would have been better. And the biggest thing I want to encourage you is we all have this struggle. I struggle with this on a daily basis. I struggle to wake up and go for a run, but I know in the back of my head that if I do it, if I accomplish this, I am set for the rest of the day. My energy is higher. My intention is higher. I can contribute more to the team. I can contribute more to our clients. And really the question that I've started to ask myself lately is, who am I accountable to? Who am I accountable to in my health? Who am I accountable to in my finances? Who am I accountable to in my business? And I think really early on, if you take a lot of the business principles, we know as business owners, as entrepreneurs, that hiring a coach is probably a good idea. Hiring a business coach, somebody that can keep us accountable to our goals. But what about life? They say success leaves clues. And if that is true, which I do believe, and that's why I interview entrepreneurs, business owners, and that's why we have some really cool entrepreneurs, business owners coming on the show, the Studio PTBO podcast in the next couple of weeks. As I interview in entrepreneurs and business owners, the more I realize is the more success they have, the more accountability they have. And I think accountability is different for everyone. I think accountability comes in the forms of A, who is the 5 people that you spend the most time with? And then B, who can speak into your life and who can make sure that you're showing up day in and day out? Who is that person within your fitness? You might need to hire somebody in order to do this. For me, it's my mother. Every day, she's a health nut. Every day, I had enough. I leave the ego aside and I said, Mom, I need help in regards to fitness again. I need that vigor. I need that grit to really start running again. Me and my mom did 15K a couple years ago. And she's a health nut, so she's been checking in on me. I've been checking on her. And there's my accountability. I realized that it was just that small shift in perspective, that small shift in to create accountability in your own life. It's like, who are you accountable to? And I find for my own life, and I don't know if you've ever felt this, it's like you want to do something, but you just don't know how to do it. And this is like, I struggled with this for so long. It's like, why am I not, living a healthier life? And, I'll do that tomorrow. And it wasn't until I, sat down and said, okay, this is an important part of life. And this is like, again, with business. And the more they say success leaves clues, and I come back to that. The more I realize that health, the more I realize that finances, the more I realize nutrition, the more I realize that sleep, all play into this factor of being a successful entrepreneur. Because sleep is another conversation. Like, how often do you sleep? We know that science tells us that you should sleep a minimum of 7 to 8 hours. And was I doing that? No. So who am I accountable to? I need to be accountable to somebody. And I feel like if you can't get to where you want to go on your own, it calls for accountability. And I think accountability is a good thing. Accountability doesn't have to be a bad word. It doesn't have to be a nasty word. It can literally just be going to a friend. It could be going to another entrepreneur and saying, hey, I'm really struggling in this. And I find that my ego really early on in my entrepreneurial career got in the way of really experiencing breakthroughs. And that's the last thing I want if you're an up and coming entrepreneur, which I'm still up and coming. But if you're just getting started or you're starting a new, inside of a new business, I really encourage you to just ask more questions. And don't let your ego get in the way, because my ego got in the way really early on. I said, and I was doing all the wrong things. The clues along the way were saying, do this, 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 and this. And I was doing the exact opposite. It's really interesting when you have accountability inside of your ecosystem, inside of your world, that you could easily go the opposite direction of the way that you want to go in regards to getting to whatever success looks like to you, whether it be money, whether it be financial freedom, whether it be just freedom in general, whether it be more meaning, more contribution. I think that for entrepreneurs, it's one of the above, either more money, more meaning, or more freedom. And how you get there, and what I found the best way to get there, is to surround yourself in every area of your life. Block it out. And this is my encouragement. I feel like I've chatted about this before, but block it out in every area of your life. Like with your nutrition, who are you accountable to? And I began to do that. Like, who am I accountable to? Like, I have like my mom. I'm accountable to my mom. Like, she crushes it with nutrition, so I'm accountable to her. With running, who am I accountable to? I just decided with another friend who we used to run together that we're going to do a 30-kilometer race next year. And now I'm telling you, so now I'm accountable to you. The fact that we're going to do Around the Bay together. So I better make sure that I show up. And if you desire more contribution, you desire to impact more lives. I've chatted about, don't care about the numbers, not about the numbers, about the one person. If one person listening to this live right now gets fired up and experiences breakthrough, all worth it to me. The other element of really accountability is what I said to myself: who am I accountable to? Just even today, I knew that I had a team meeting this morning that I need to show up with vigor. I knew that I needed to show up with energy, and I know that I needed to bring the joy because my team expects that from me. So if I would have stayed in bed for the extra hour, I wouldn't have brought the energy in. Today might have not been as productive. We got a lot accomplished this morning, I think, because again, you showed up with intention. And another example is I have a coaching call with one of my coaches at 1:00. It's intention. Who am I accountable to? If you show up and ask yourself that question every single morning, you're no longer just accountable to yourself. You're accountable to other people in different areas: health, nutrition, finance, fitness, whatever it may be, business. Who are you accountable to? And that's really the question that rings through my head on a daily basis. And I really encourage you to ask this question to yourself. Good to be here. Thank you so much for hopping in, Sterling. Hope you're doing well. We have a lot of people on live. My encouragement today is who are you accountable to? I'm really going to wrap this up today. And that's really kind of where my focus is, where my head is. If this is your first time tuning into Coffee with Cody, just want to say thank you more than anything. And if there's any questions that you have around personal development, around marketing, branding, I don't have all the answers, but I know people who have the answers. So my goal and my hope is one of contribution. I want to give back more to the entrepreneurial community. So if you have any questions, feel free to send me a DM. Feel free to throw them in the comment section below. I just appreciate your attention more than anything. And I appreciate the opportunity in order to potentially have an impact on your life. And that's really my goal, is contribution. And really my hope, my prayer, my plead is ask yourself the question on a daily basis: is who are you accountable to? We all have struggles. We all wake up some days and go and ask ourselves, why can't today be better? Why don't I have motivation? And the biggest thing I've learned over the last 6 months is motivation is not something that is just magically, it doesn't magically appear. Motivation is created. It's something that we do on a day-to-day basis. What are the tactics? You might have small spurts of motivation, but long-term experiences of motivation are experienced when you tactically approach long periods of how do I do this on a day in, day out basis, making sure I have my morning routine, making sure I do my morning journal, ensuring that I'm accountable in every area of my life. And that's really my encouragement today. I thank you everyone for hopping into Coffee with Cody today. We have some really cool guests coming up on the Studio PTPO podcast, so keep your eyes peeled. But as far as Coffee with Cody, every day, every weekday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be chatting about marketing, branding, business advice, and personal development. My goal is to be a person that just gives massive contribution back to the business community, just back to this community. Whether you're a business owner, entrepreneur or not, we just want to provide massive value to you. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you do me a favor, check out Coffee with Cody. We just posted a bunch of episodes on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, TuneIn Radio. If you could go there, and if you get any value out of these Coffee with Cody's, leave a review. If you have any questions, throw them in the message, and I will answer them. Thank you so much for tuning into Coffee with Cody. We will see you all soon. And thank you for everyone for tuning in live.